The broadcast of the regular meeting of the Transportation and Public Works Committee will now begin.
Thank you. Good afternoon and welcome to the regular meeting of the Transportation and Public Works Committee for January 20th, 2021. I'm Lisa Bender. I'm Vice Chair of this committee and I'm filling in for Councilmember Reich, who is attending the Transportation Advisory Board on behalf of the city. And he may be joining us as that wraps up. As we begin, I'll note for the record that this meeting has remote participation by members of the City Council and city staff as authorized under Minnesota Statute Section 13D.021 due to the declared local public health emergency. This time I'll ask the clerk to call a roll to verify the quorum for this meeting.
Councilmember Gordon.
Here.
Fletcher.
Here.
Johnson.
Here.
Palmisano.
Present.
Reich. President Bender.
Here.
There are 5 members present.
Let the record reflect that we do have a quorum for today's committee. We have 13 items on today's agenda. We'll begin with the consent items, which are 2 through 13. Item 2 is a contract with Neighborhood Recycling Corporation, or Eureka Recycling, in the amount of $4,005,200 for the processing and marketing of commingled recyclables for a 5-year period through November 30th, 2026. Item 3 is a contract amendment with In Control Inc., extending the contract through December 31st, 2022 for the Fridley Filtration Plant Rehabilitation Project and General Services Programming. Item 4 is a contract amendment with SciCon Inc., increasing the contract by $38,615 and extending it through March 31st, 2021 for the Ramp A Waterproofing and Structural Repairs Project. Item 5 is a contract amendment with the Minnesota Department of Transportation for temporary storage of impound vehicles under I-94 bridges with no increase in the current contract value. Item 6 is a contract amendment with Max Steininger Inc., increasing the contract by $558,000 for additional costs due to unforeseen conditions for the 34th Avenue South Street reconstruction project. Item 7 is a contract amendment with Meyer Contracting Inc., increasing the contract by $22,440 for the Bridge 9, Pier 6, and 7 repair project due to additional costs resulting from unforeseen conditions. Item 8 is accepting an alley easement deed from TF Hennepin LLC for a portion of 2841 Hennepin Avenue. Item 9 is accepting an alley easement from Dre LLC for a portion of 2940 17th Avenue South. Item 10 is approving the appointments of Martha Grimes and Brianne Whitcraft to the Bicycle Advisory Committee. Item 11 is approving the layout of the Penn Avenue North reconstruction project from Plymouth Avenue North to 14th Avenue North. Item 12 is passage of a resolution designating the Downtown East Street reconstruction project, receiving the cost estimate and setting a public hearing for March 31st, 2021 in this committee. Item 13 is accepting the low bid of Concrete Idea Inc. in the amount of $500,000 for upgrades to the Americans with Disabilities Act pedestrian ramps. Is there any discussion for these items, or would anyone like to pull any of these items off of the consent agenda for further discussion? Seeing none, I'll move approval of the consent agenda and ask the clerk to call the roll.
Councilmember Gordon.
Aye.
Fletcher.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Palmisano.
Aye.
Reich. President Bender.
Aye.
There are 5 ayes.
That carries, and those items pass and will be forwarded to the full City Council. The next item is item 1, which is listed under our public hearings. This is project approval, assessment, and area way abandonment for the Grand Avenue Street reconstruction project from Lake Street West to 48th Street. I'm Beverly Warmka, professional engineer in Public Works. I will be giving this presentation. Welcome.
Good afternoon, Council President and members of the committee. My name is Beverly Warmka. I'm a project engineer with the Transportation Engineering and Design Division of Public Works. Today I am here presenting for the public hearing for Grand Avenue Reconstruction City Project 6768 CPV 141. The proposed project consists of reconstructing 2.2 miles of Grand Avenue between Lake Street and 48th Street West. Elements included as part of this proposed project include full removal of the existing roadway, new pedestrian ramps, sidewalk, new pavement, new curb and gutter, new planted boulevards, street lighting, and utility improvements. The project will also include new signage and new pavement markings. The total project cost estimate is $15.9 million. The total street reconstruction assessment is $2,008,604.86. This was determined using the 2021 Uniform Assessment Rates and the Influence Zone Area Method. The rates were $2.66 per square foot for non-residential properties and 88 cents a square foot for residential properties, and these assessments are payable over a 20-year period. The rest of the funding sources are net debt bonds, municipal state aid, general fund, and stormwater fund. City staff has conducted numerous outreach activities throughout the planning and the design of the project. A virtual pre-assessment meeting was held on January 12th to provide more information on the assessments and how they were calculated, with 10 people attending. Today, Public Works is asking City Council to pass resolutions ordering the work to proceed, adopting the special assessments, authorizing the sale of the assessment bonds, and authorizing the abandonment and removal of areaways in conflict with the project. This concludes my presentation. I will stand by for questions.
Thank you. Are there any questions from council members before we open the public hearing? Seeing none, I will go ahead and open the public hearing. We have 3 people signed up to speak. The first is John Shanahan. Welcome, and we will have translation available for Mr. Shanahan's testimony. Mr. Shanahan. Before folks are able to be heard, you may need to push *6 to unmute your phone. As we're not hearing from Mr. Shanahan, I will call on the next person and we can return back if we miss anyone. The next speaker is Miranda Miskowiak. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, welcome.
Hi, my name is Miranda Miskowiak, and I'm a resident residing at 2224 11th Avenue South. I'm actually not here to talk about this particular agenda item, but to add an agenda item. And I'm sorry for my ignorance of protocol, but may I speak freely about why I'm here today?
We do need to keep public testimony to the items that are on our agenda. And this is a very specific item related to assessments for property owners along this street. But you could feel free to reach out to my office or your council member to speak to us about future agenda items.
Your office, Ms. Bender? Am I correct?
That would be fine.
Okay, I will reach out. Thank you.
Of course, yes. The next speaker is Dan Hunter. And Mr. Hunter may not be on the call, but I'll check one more time, Mr. Hunter. And is there anyone else who would like to speak on the assessments for this road project? Seeing none, folks may also submit comments through the various communications that Ms. Warmka reviewed earlier during her presentation. I'm not hearing anyone ready to speak on this item, so I will check one last time if anyone is here to speak. And hearing none, I'll close the public hearing. With that, I will go ahead and move approval of item 1. Is there any discussion from council members? Seeing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Gordon,
Aye.
Fletcher,
Aye.
Johnson, Councilmember Johnson, Palmisano,
Aye.
Aye.
Reich, President Bender.
Aye.
I have 5 ayes.
That item passes and will be forwarded to the City Council meeting next Friday for final action. With that, we have concluded all of the business before our committee. So without objection, I will adjourn this meeting. We stand adjourned. Thank you.